Hi everyone, and welcome to FedScoop's Next Generation Workspace panel presented by Cisco, Citrix, and NetApp. I am David Stegan, the reporter for FedScoop, and joining me today is Jeff Husky, the CIO at the Federal Trade Commission, and Faisal Iqbal with Citrix. Gentlemen, thank you so much for taking the time with us.
Thanks for having us.
Pleasure.
Great. Well, the first thing I wanted to ask you guys is, when it comes to Next Generation Workspaces, Jeff, how are you implementing them in your agency?
Actually, as fast as I can. Federal Trade Commission is sort of a large law firm. So we have lawyers sort of all over the country, and what our lawyers are telling me is we want to work anywhere, anytime, any place. So I'm trying to build an infrastructure that will allow them to do just that.
And Faisal, what are your customers telling you?
So along the same lines, right? Citrix sort of pioneered the concept of anywhere, anytime, any place with any device over 10 years ago. And we see the actual industry moving towards this concept of a personal cloud where users have access to their applications, their data, collaboration tools, as well as desktops wherever they go on any device.
When it comes to these next generation workspaces, what roles do technologies such as virtualization and mobility play in implementing them?
Well, like you've heard before, the virtual technology is the enabler for the next generation workspace. In fact, we're deploying a huge Citrix environment that allows my customers to do just that, to sort of use any device that they want, because we brought the mobile piece to the Citrix solution. And so now they can use the personal devices, and I'm deploying a bring your own device policy at the Federal Trade Commission that allows them to use their iPad, their Android, you name it, to get to their work and actually do their work.
And Faisal, what are your customers telling you?
So two biggest trends right now, virtualization, mobility. So virtualization gives us the economies of scale to move all those workloads from the individual endpoints, those mobile devices, back into the data center to secure them, right? Eliminate data at rest, data at transit concerns that we normally have with solutions such as telework. So now I can move virtual desktops into a data center, virtualize them, and then deliver them to users on demand. The mobility piece really comes in the fact that customers really want to use their own devices, iPads, Androids, and new Windows tablets that are coming out. I want to use it for work, and if I can enable an agency to do that and a customer to do that, they can be the most effective they can be at home on their own device.
What are you guys hearing from Jeffrey, your employees, and Faisal, your customers, as to what they want in their next generation workspace?
To be home, to be on the beach, to be, at the club, at the Starbucks, connected to their office, connected to their clients, connected to the Federal Trade Commission, all while being secure. Faisal mentioned the security of it. That's sort of what was our tipping point from migrating to a Citrix environment, was the security that I could provide to a user at a Starbucks with the information residing in my data center, safe, secure, nobody can get to it and stuff, and I protect it and allows them the flexibility to use what they want to use at wherever they're at.
And how about from your customers, Faisal?
So I think that we're seeing a lot of folks moving towards this model, right? And the concept being, let's not just do telework. Let's move to this concept of work shifting, which is something that our CEO sort of pioneered. Moving work to the most effective place possible, whether it's the beach or the club, right? Or in an office building with a GFE device, wherever it may be. And I think that our technologies empowers that and can deliver that in a secure fashion, like you mentioned.
And gentlemen, what are the biggest hurdles you're seeing?
Right now, it's the managers and stuff. So telework is not a new idea, but it's a new idea being implemented. So one of the hardest things that I found, being a large law firm, is to convincing managers that their staff, so that people can be as productive down the hall or down the street or across the country. We're coming to that point now. We got a lot of good examples of good teleworking at the Federal Trade Commission going on right now, and we're just expanding that out. So I think as the managers get more used to it, it'll be more acceptable in their minds.
And what are the biggest hurdles from you?
Yeah, a lot of it's culture, right? People are used to coming into the office, sitting down, working 9 to 5, and doing their job and going home and forgetting about it, right? And that shift of moving towards the fact that I can do that same job from a Starbucks or from home is really the first hurdle. The second, compliance, security, right? How can I secure data so it doesn't leak onto an iPad or leave it at a kiosk somewhere? I think that's the other big hurdle. And the solutions that we have today with technology such as with Cisco, Citrix, and NetApp, we can deliver that in a secure fashion and sort of address those. So a lot of it's moving beyond just the technology perspective. It's more about policy and culture today.
Great. Well, gentlemen, thank you so much for sharing your insights.
Thanks for having us. Yeah.
Great. Jeffrey Husky, the CIO of the Federal Trade Commission, and Faisal Iqbal with Citrix. This is David Stegen for FedScoop Television. I want to thank everybody for checking out FedScoop's Next Generation Workspaces panel presented by Cisco, Citrix, and NetApp.